New shoes on the Range Rover, good with mine.
Hey, what's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome to another video for the Black and Silver Way. It is your host, Dylan, and today I randomly got the day off. I'm probably not going to be getting a lot of Sundays off anymore since it's not football season. I really don't care. I'll work every Sunday now that it's not football season, but during the football season, I try and get as many Sundays off as I can. This video is going to be a long video, and I'll tell you why. This is going to be the last video of the year for me, and this wraps up the 2014 year on YouTube, and the next time you guys will be seeing me is in 2015. This offseason, we have big questions up in the air. Is Reggie McKenzie going to be our general manager? Who's going to be our head coach? Is Tony Sparano going to stay as head coach? Or are we going to look somewhere else? There's a lot of answers that need to be answered, or a lot of questions that need to be answered. And the thing is, this is going to tell if Mark Davis can own an NFL team or not. This offseason right here, this offseason is going to be make or break for Mark Davis. If there's this offseason, if we can't turn it around, I'm not saying like a turnaround this next season, but if the moves we make and the coaches we bring in, if shit doesn't get turned around eventually in a couple years, I have absolutely no hope for my Oakland Raiders anymore until Mark sells the team. It's already looking like that right now. I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's how I feel. I don't have much hope because I think Mark, it starts at the top. And Mark doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, let's just be honest with ourselves here. Mark didn't give a fuck about the Oakland Raiders his whole life until he was handed the franchise. And now Mark is going to get us back to the glory days, to the playoff days. Okay, so we have to deal with what we have, though. I'm not hating on Mark, but I just know Mark is an idiot. He's an idiot. So let's just hope for the best. That's all we can do. And, today we ended up getting shut out for the season finale 14-47 against the Denver Broncos. I really had no hope for this game, yeah, sure, a little bit of a hope that, hopefully we could pull a win, shock the world. But, yeah, that didn't happen. And I'm afraid it will never happen until Peyton Manning is off of the Denver Broncos. Because every time we play the Denver Broncos, we lose by a minimum of 2 touchdowns. It seems like it can be competitive at times in the beginning, maybe the first quarter. But after the first quarter, Peyton Manning adjusts. After the second half, that's where he dominates us. And then he sits out for the fourth quarter. The team shut down in every aspect today. Looked like complete shit out there. There's not much I could say besides I'm just glad that this season is over with. It's a sense of relief because this season was so bad. It was just so bad in every way. It was just horrible, I might look white as shit on the camera right now. I don't have that good of lighting. The lighting's making me look really white. But, there is a big question in the air, and that is, who is going to be our permanent head coach? From what I heard is Tony Sparano is going to be, applying, doing an interview process for keeping his job and making him a permanent head coach for our team. Last night, sources ended up being confirmed that Jim Harbaugh is going to be taking the Michigan job either tomorrow or going to be on Tuesday. The 49ers officially announced that they are parting ways with Jim Harbaugh. And you guys know that I am a big fan of Jim Harbaugh. Who is not a Jim Harbaugh fan? He completely turned around the San Francisco 49ers. He is a loud, outspoken coach, and he is known for taking broken organizations and turning shit around. And that's exactly what we need, and I wanted Jim Harbaugh as soon as I heard that they were going to be getting rid of him. I think every Raider fan is down for Jim Harbaugh, but the only thing is was it going to be Michigan State or Michigan, or it's going to be Oakland Raiders? And the Oakland Raiders seem like a perfect perfect way for him to go and help us out and, get paid the money he wants to get paid and stay in the NFL. Or he could do perfectly, go back to college and dominate, especially to a college franchise he's always wanted to coach. So it's pretty much hand in hand with both situations. It's pretty much his preference. And, I've heard that Michigan has offered him a full loaded contract. They're ready to pay him out and get him going with Michigan. So from what it's looking like, Jim Harbaugh is going to be going to Michigan. But what I've heard also from all the CSN reporters and Bay Area people, they're all saying that Mark Davis is going to be talking to Jim Harbaugh tomorrow personally, which is Monday, the 29th, right? Yeah, it'll be the 29th. And he is going to give him everything he can for him to be the coach of the Oakland Raiders. He is going to pretty much match that offer or give him a little more. He might even let him give some more higher up moves being made. He's going to try and do anything he can to get Jim Harbaugh to be the Oakland Raider coach. It's all on the fact if Jim Harbaugh wants to stay in the NFL, because Michigan is pushing very, very, very hard for Harbaugh. They are just pushing hard for him. So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up going. In my bet, I think he's going to be going to Michigan. If he ends up going to our Oakland Raiders, I will be completely shocked, and I will be very excited if we get Jim Harbaugh. But either way, there's a lot of other candidates that are out there in the NFL, like Rex Ryan. I want to stay far away from Rex Ryan as possible, at least for head coach. He is a good defensive coordinator, and I wouldn't mind bringing him to replace Jason Tarver, but that's unlikely to happen. Rex Ryan wants to be a head coach. I've even heard stuff about that coach Del Rio, the one that used to coach the Jacksonville Jaguars. I wouldn't argue he was the Panther coach. Either the Jaguars or the Panthers coach. I think he was the Panthers coach, actually, not the Jaguars. Anyways, I wouldn't want him either. There's those old NFL coaches that are just not really doing much anymore. I want a superstar. I want a superstar head coach that is gonna freaking dominate. And if we can't get that, I would say keep Tony Sparano, because I'd rather have some stability and chemistry than bring in another mediocre coach and waste our time. You know what I'm saying? So if we can't get Jim Harbaugh, if we can't get a superstar caliber coach like Jim Harbaugh, let's go ahead and keep Tony Sparano. Keep the chemistry going on. Try and build something in the locker room, because I sure as hell don't want another Dennis Allen coming aboard. And besides, the one thing that needs to happen, it needs to happen tomorrow, is you need to fire Greg Olsen, okay? There is plenty of better offensive coordinators out in the NFL that we could find. I think that Greg Olsen is one of the worst offensive play callers in the NFL. It's Greg Knapp 2.0. Greg Knapp and Greg Olsen are like long lost brothers in the NFL. They nearly run the same offensive scheme. I don't know what it is, but we've had some mediocre ass coaches ever since Al died, ever since Al Davis passed away. We've had horrible coaches, besides Hugh Jackson, but Al, you know what I mean? Al picked Hugh. I meant after Al. Ever since Mark and Reggie have came aboard, this has been one big nightmare, from the coaches, staff, all the way to the damn players. Besides the draft class this year, everything about Reggie and Mark Davis, their combos with coaches are freaking horrible, We need to fire Greg Olsen. That's one coach that needs to be off of our team, and we need to replace. We need something refreshing. We need a better offensive scheme. We need a better playbook. We need something not so predictable and so basic. We need to stretch the field. We need to do something, exciting with that offense, because Hugh Jackson in 2011 had our offense moving the ball down the field, stretching the game the whole time. We weren't letting up, and now it seems like we can't even start. Today against the Denver Broncos, we didn't even have an offense. Our offense was atrocious. like, it was so bad to watch. There was no offense for like the first 2 quarters. As for Reggie McKenzie goes, I feel like he should stay as our general manager. He had a very solid draft, last year, not this season, but the season before. He didn't have that good of a draft, but this year he definitely redeemed himself, getting Derek Carr, Khalil Mack, TJ Carey, Keith McGill. He got a lot of good players, guys. So a big, bright draft class. So if we could just go ahead and draft well again, this guy could be a really good GM. But I would definitely tell him, I wouldn't give him complete control over picking our coaching staff. The coaching staff choices have been horrendous. But Mark Davis, he doesn't really know that good a coaching staff either. So that's why I'm very worried. But overall, I say we have to keep Reggie McKenzie at this point just for some stability in the office. And, let's just hope that he can hit another home run with this draft class. For a long offseason, guys. There's going to be a lot of moves being made, and you guys can catch it right here all on my channel. That's pretty much it. I just want to wrap it up because I'm going to be making a video in a couple days or even tomorrow if someone gets fired or anything like that, and give my input on the situation and pretty much give you guys feedback of what pretty much your feedback on all the moves we're going to be making this offseason. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Thank you for another video of supporting me, another year of supporting me, guys. This is my second year. I'm on my second year doing this. Now I'm going on my 3rd year of blogging for the Oakland Raiders. I am pretty much the I became from the bottom and went all the way to now I'm at 5,000 subscribers, which is completely insane to me. I remember back when I had 12 subscribers. So I'm going to be going to the Oakland Raider draft party. I am going to be going to the LA Bolsa Chica bonfire. I will be doing a lot of vlogs. I'll be going up to Oakland periodically, checking out the Raider Images store, doing a lot of Raider stuff during the offseason. I think the offseason is some of the funnest time during this whole experience because this is when I get to do a lot of work in the offseason. That's when all the moves, all the training camp, everything like that. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So definitely stay tuned, Raider Nation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on the video, and I'll maybe see you guys tomorrow or the next day. Peace out, Raider Nation.